Cold open.
Cold open. Cold open. Hello and welcome to the Tidbit Cast. My name is Gary and this is a tired
David.
and a tired
Aaron.
I'm the only one with some energy, it is, because both of these fellows have been living it up. Living
I've
large.
just been tired. I haven't even done anything. I wasn't there last night. I'm just tired.
Living it up, he was getting big.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I was in gym tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm actually coming in from a 4-day bender. No,
Close.
No, just tired.
yeah.
Yeah, from nights out. But yes, everything's good now.
Yeah.
Power through the sleepy cast.
So we'll just have to get some...
We can't keep stealing their name.
We're not stealing their name,
Sleepycast.
we're referencing it.
Is the sleepy cast actually a thing?
Yeah, Gary told us.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite podcasts.
Did I have I think I reacted to this the other day as well when you told me I had the same reaction.
I think
What?
so,
I
yeah.
literally listened to over like hundreds of hours of them.
Oh.
Several times.
Shit, I have to go
Daily.
for another name now for this.
Tired cast? Still the same
Scaldy
thing.
cast. Fuck it.
And this
Be
will
grand.
be the last topic of this week at least. And this will be the one that's going up at the end of this week, like Saturday. Yeah, this is going to be the last topic. It's going to be mine.
Oh,
Gonna get
can't
to me.
wait. You have your notepad with you,
Yes, I have my notepad with me.
and your pen is ready. Oh,
Yeah, my pen is there just as a pointer. So I can like point at you like this. So,
So you feel important, yes.
yeah, so...
he has to.
Don't cross me or I will point at you.
Please
Okay.
don't. Please,
Double
please don't.
cross. Okay. The Typicast topic for Gary is living worlds or open worlds. I was talk about it, like the idea of these worlds that change.
Could you give an example of living?
Elaborate.
Like, give it, yeah.
Well, there's open
Definition.
world, and because I haven't fully put this down as like whichever, because it could be a very long time if I just talk about open worlds, but I also don't mind how long we talk about it.
Oh God, the last hours.
But yeah, I want to talk about the open living worlds. And when I say open living worlds, I mean that storytelling or the gameplay or even just weather, things that change the world.
Like the storm in Fortnite.
Jesus, no! No!
That is kind of something that would go into it. I'm saying open worlds, whereas that's more of a like condensed.
Yeah, because the whole point of that is that it gets condensed.
Yeah, it's not exactly an open world because you can't go and do whatever you want. Everything has to go to a point. Like it's quite linear.
Yeah.
It just means that you have a large map that eventually goes into one point. Yeah, I want to know like the uses of living worlds like that, or like understated things you can do in it. Like when I think about like want to do impact, because I said the weather thing obviously because Just Cause 4 will be doing that. Just Cause 4
yeah.
is going to have tornadoes, hurricanes.
4?
Just Cause 4. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
Just Cause 4.
Sorry.
I just heard 4. Just cause 4.
Just because, number 4.
Just Cause 4 is going to have tornadoes, and you're going to actually like have vehicles that are there to drive out like this. Their tornado.
It sounds like GTA 5. That has rain. Is that what we're talking about?
Speaking of rain, actually, another game that does that really, really well. Breath of the Wild. The weather in that is amazing. That game is a programmer's delight. Like
It's on Switch, David. Doesn't really matter.
some
Yeah,
of
there you go.
that some of that stuff it works incredibly well with the weather. Speaking like Just Cause 4 will never be able to get to that level. Like that is this level of polish that is like almost unheard
Unless it
of.
goes on the Switch.
I don't. The thing is about Breath of the Wild is that when it came out, people were saying, "Oh, it's going to be like for years to come, games are going to be copying this." Just Cause 4 is now trying to kind of do that with the weather because that's such a big thing in Breath of the Wild. See what happens in Breath of the Wild, which was Zelda.
Yeah,
Zelda.
okay.
It was the launch. It was
You
the
look
launch.
scared there for a moment.
It was a launch title, and let's say you were going around the world, it starts raining. It's now harder to go off to climb,
Yeah.
which is the big thing in that game. You have a stamina meter that lets you climb, and you're able to like upgrade that as well. But it means that I can't actually get to this place to climb. I have to find a different pathway to get here because it's such a large, open world, and even fire, which is the only way to get to some places, is actually burn down bushes to get there. The idea of different mechanics like electricity, which, let's say, if you have metal and it's raining outside, then it might have lightning. So if you have anything that's wooden on you, you're fine. If you have anything that's metal, like your shield, your weapons, then you will see it start to like kind of a crackle a little bit, and then that will kind of give you like an indication that suddenly a bolt of light is going to hit you because it's basically a conductor. But you can actually use that in a way like a puzzle during combat, because you can throw a metal weapon on the ground and an enemy an enemy could pick it up. So it means that you throw it on the ground and it'll go, oh, weapon. They'll pick it up and go to hit you, and it's so lightning hits them.
Yeah, so you can use the world to your advantage.
Yeah, that's the open world advantage of it. And then also you can use that different puzzles where you're interrupting currents, but it's just like, oh, you don't have to use the tools that they're giving you. If you have a weapon that is metal, you can use that to interrupt the currents in it and to be able to pass these currents during puzzles. It's like, no, as long as it's metal, it works. Because that's how it really works in the real world, and they've made it work in this. It's a really good open world. And then also, just to go into that, I can't remember the name of them, but there's a thing that they use in amusement parks, which
Ferris wheels.
No, there's a methodology to how they set up amusement parks where no matter where you're standing.
Fun.
No matter where you're, kind of. Where no matter where you're standing, you see something interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's a term. I can't remember what it is.
Amusement.
But basically that
Park.
Wherever you're standing, it's that no
You're
matter
amused
where
by
you go,
something.
yeah, there's something in front of you that you go, oh, look at that. That's what a lot of open world games use as
Spectacle.
well. Yeah, a lot of open world games use that term. I think it's ludology or Luddites? I think it's Luddites. Luddites.
I
don't think that's a thing.
Luddites are places that are just of interest, and so one thing that Zelda does really, really well is that no matter where you go, you'll find something and be like, that's really interesting, and then if you just look anywhere, like on top of this mountain where you can see for miles, like you'll just be, there's another place, there's always something there, and that's in a place that is like 100 kilometers, and you will always see something, no matter where you're standing, and you'll see something that looks unique, like having a conversation with somebody about playing the game, and I remember them saying that, oh yeah, do you know, like when you get, like after playing this game for like dozens of hours and other people for like hundreds of hours, but then you'll talk to them and be like, yeah, so when I remember like when you know that when you're facing the dragon, that if you go to his tail, and it's just like, wait, there's a dragon. It is that
With
big
a tail.
It's that big of a game that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And so because of that, people find themselves in places that they don't usually. Like there's
How big a game is it?
It is average playtime is about 175 hours.
How many square feet is that?
Oh man, I'm not holding the Switch that long.
I don't know. We can just dock it on TV.
You don't have to hold it.
It's a hybrid console.
No, it's not.
Let me talk to you about Switch.
Go back to the earlier episodes and listen.
So Breath of the Wild, that was one I really wanted to mention, and then some other ones is like Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Really nice one.
Oh yes.
It also just feels good to move around that world. Like I remember, you almost get to I think any player in that world gets to the point where there's two kinds. Either you fast travel everywhere, or you use the horse and you just ride everywhere because it's fun.
And
eventually you don't use the map anymore because you just know it. Yeah.
No, I didn't hit that point, I'll be honest.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do both, like I fast travel and go on horse. Like, yeah, well, whatever was working at the time. Like I did everything in Red Dead, all the hunting challenges and all, fucking killing those animals. Well, that took a long fucking time, man.
I was getting to the point where I would be somewhere like, I think the first place starts like Boulder. Town of Boulder or something like that was the first place. Tombstone.
Is it Tombstone?
Tombstone. That's the one where you first select the sheriff in that. And I think, anyway, do you know
like
the first place you start... No, the place you first start on, then I remember I'd be there and then be, oh, there's a mission down in Mexico, and I'd be able to go all the way down there without thinking, just I would know the route so well. Like that game,
hell.
you get to know that game so well.
Yeah.
It's a really good open world. There are examples, because I remember when it first coming out, reading loads of things about it, which it wasn't fully realised to the point they were talking about, but it did kind of get there, where there would be missions, like there would be things in the background which were like really nice stories that I wouldn't even realise. It was a game that you would find your own stories. It was so open. Like one guy I remember was talking about how he was going into he was doing all these missions, and he would go around, because you could, to anybody you could lasso them and tie them to your horse and start like riding away, and they would still be stuck to your horse. You could like kill any person on the street basically.
Tie them up, put them on train tracks.
put them on train tracks. You could tie them to train and just leave
It's
them
not
there.
very nice, is
And
it?
once the train
Not.
like, hit
It was
them,
an achievement to do that to a. Was it?
that was an achievement.
Is
Yeah.
that really an achievement though?
Yeah.
It was. I think it was like 5 gamer score. It's great.
Yeah,
Like,
it would kind of it would just say pure evil or something, or it was some reference like those old movies.
it was,
Silent,
yeah.
it was like silent movie villain or something like that. It got to the like I remember somebody talking about how they had their own story. I remember I had my own story with one of the characters where, like, it got like he did such a terrible thing. It was the cannibal side mission.
Okay.
The cannibal side mission was one where you actually hear it, like you hear rumors basically, and it just said, yeah, I heard that up in the mountains or in the hills that there's things happening, or like, dude, just
People getting eaten.
yeah, it's like some people have gone missing, and then it said, and then I remember going up into the hills, and it's just like, oh, I actually found skeletons. I was like, interesting. And then eventually, like, that was just like me finding them.
Yeah.
And then eventually there was a woman who said, I can't find my son. They said he was somewhere around there. And I was like,
How does he taste?
Okay. It was more like a rumor thing. You heard, like, a woman was talking about her son went up there. So that was like, okay, go up to the mountains. You find this guy up there, and there's nobody else there. And you kind of that's him. They have put this guy here to be the cannibal. That's the story. Like this is a story of. I remember that guy. I kneecapped him.
Yeah.
I kneecapped him.
He was not running away.
I tied him to my horse. I then beat him until, because I knew like how many hits it would take to kill him. So I did one hit before that. Then I waited until he healed a little bit. Did it again, and then I tied him to my horse, and then I just started riding for about 20 minutes or so.
For a while.
Gary's a vegetarian. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he shouldn't eat meat if I can.
So I'm gonna beat him senseless.
Yeah.
And fuck him up completely.
Not only did he ate human meat, therefore I should torture him.
Of
course, it's okay.
Then I went from that town, which was the starting town, to Blackwater, then to Mexico, and a few other places, with him behind me, trailing.
But do you remember in the likes of GTA 5, you still had that stuff going on, but the stories in that were even bigger. Like there was the ghost you could find the cliff. Do you remember this? No.
That sounds familiar.
I don't play GTA 5.
Oh, really?
No, I
I
played through it once.
for about an hour and a half.
I played through the story. That was pretty
Me
much
too.
it. I had no interest in the rest of it. Did you remember the ghost thing that went around?
Yeah, it only appeared at a certain time.
Only appeared at a
each
certain
show.
time, and if you got close enough, she would disappear. However, if you looked into what was going on, you could go like through like all like different files and all this sort of shit and find out this whole mystery about who actually killed her. Who was a woman in the game? It was who was it? I think was it her husband.
I'm not
I think
sure.
her husband was like a billionaire. Some shit was going on. You can figure out the whole mystery yourself, and it's only beneficial to yourself. There's nothing really to it. You don't gain anything from it. It's just if you want to go through this, you can. It's lovely, that kind of stuff.
Wasn't there aliens as well?
There were aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, you could find. I think it was in the prologue mission. You could actually just get out of your vehicle, go over to the frozen lake, and look down, and there's just a xenomorph.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was there
Okay,
as well.
cool.
I believe. Yeah, but then once it opened up completely, were there aliens?
I think there's an
You could
alien
find
spaceship.
alien parts.
There was a UFO that would fly at certain times.
That's it, yeah.
There's actually three. There were different UFOs. Some of them were like smaller ones, and then there's one large one,
Yeah.
which is up there. And somebody actually like no clipped and went up there, and they actually, I think they put like the cliche alien, small body, green or grey, and black eyes, big black eyes, like a bug. And actually, like they actually put it there, like stick figured. Yeah, and they had like the interior wasn't too decorated, but they actually put a little model there, so for people who did no clip, they would see it.
Let's go.
Like, they didn't need to, but they did. The model was there.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Nice.
But that like, and even that they put so many references in that game. Like they even had like the Breaking Bad van.
Yeah.
They in one place they had No Country for Old Men. That scene. Do you know the scene where it's the entire shootout?
I haven't seen it.
So what? Oh my god! You have the briefcase. You find the briefcase, can't you?
In No Country for Old Men. No, you find. You find all of their bodies in the exact positions.
Are they in the exact
As
positions?
You find them in the same positions as in the movie, roughly. Like the same kind of cars are there.
Yeah.
The people, the same number
whole
of people are
shootout
there,
is
Standoff.
and they're in roughly the same costumes as the people in the film.
You've seen No Country for Old Men yet?
I haven't, no.
Oh really?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I think there's also fire extinguisher running out.
Oh,
which is the weapon of the main kind of antagonist in that film.
A fire extinguisher.
He has it's a gas thing.
high pressure.
It's high pressure. So it's high pressure gas, and so if anybody finds it, it's not a weapon.
Yeah.
But if you get high pressure gas, put it towards something, and then turn off high pressure, it's like, and it'll like break a lock. It will like cave in your skull.
Okay.
So that was his weapon in the film, is that
Yeah.
he would do that. So there was like a fire extinguisher in the scene as well.
Terrifying.
That's good.
One of the scariest villains in anything.
That's
Really,
really
yeah.
worth watching. Javier Bardem.
Yeah. Javier Bardem, yeah.
Really good.
Javier Bardem and...
Really good performance.
It's Brolin, isn't it?
That's the performance that got him really like quite acclaimed.
Bardem, yeah. It was...
Yeah.
Brolin is in it. You have Tommy Lee Jones,
The dude.
Woody Harrelson.
That's him.
Yeah.
The dude.
A lot of people. Who played Josh Brolin's wife in it?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're really into there for a moment.
Was it Michael Cera?
I think so. With the mustache, actually, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption. There's so many really good open worlds. Another one that I want to talk about is when I talk about why I said living world is also the kind of like the setup to this of why I want to talk about this is because the whole Anthem living world thing. So the Anthem living world, which I did mention in the E3 one, though I imagine you've probably forgotten since then, David.
Don't remember anything.
Yeah,
It was the one where he was quite tepid.
it's a
yes,
There you go.
yes.
Yes.
it's a blur.
I remember you being
I didn't
tepid.
talk about that then.
Oh, never mind.
It was during E3. The whole shenanigan.
I remember a long night of recording that night. Yeah.
That was a long...
The marathon.
Yeah.
The marathon.
6 hours was it?
Oh, wow. That was a long session, actually.
So 5 hours 41 minutes recorded.
Jesus.
There's
Never forget that notepad that he brought.
Oh god.
I have every Smash character here and every change.
this is an notepad. So
Oh my god, no, PTSD.
Well, go back.
No,
Let's do it
please
again.
don't.
So Anthem has this living world where they've said what the players do in the game will affect it. So it will be. It is is a cataclysmic event, and based on that's what Anthem is. It's the Anthem that is the title of the game. Is that something happens, and out of destruction comes new birth, out of new things, and so it's the society built around it, and they have all of the lore, they have politics, business, religion, all the stuff in the game in the world,
Iron Man.
right? And Iron Man,
Yeah.
which is the coolest thing. But in this open world, when you go in, if it's raining for you, it'll be raining for everybody else who plays the game. The world will be a shared living world. So
Is this
depending,
multiplayer or is this?
Yeah.
It's all multiplayer.
it will
okay.
also be playable. They've also said it can be playable single player by yourself. You
Okay.
don't have to play with other people, but they recommend you play with other people. It's like Fallout 76.
Is it coming out
Yeah.
on Switch? Because you can't play with friends like if it's on Switch.
Please stop talking about the Switch.
Cool.
Okay.
Aaron, stop talking.
Stop mentioning it. So because of this, the politics, the business, religion, like all the lore, that all changes based on the multiplayer. So
What religions are in it?
I don't know. Ask actual questions that are of benefit and value.
What sort of gods are in it?
Oh my god!
Do you play a god?
Right, so the world changes based on the multiplayer.
What sort of theme song does it have?
So
Can you
because-
start your own religion?
Is it an anthem?
Is it Anthem by Good Charlotte?
Is it Anthem by Blink-182?
I just want to talk about
Good
games.
Charlotte
Is
was
it Anthem
better.
Part 2 by Blink-182 off Take Off Your Pants and Jacket? One of the greatest album titles of all time. It's a masturbation joke.
Oh, yeah.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Yeah.
Far
Good
Cry.
Charlotte's one is still better though.
Pardon?
Good
Far-
Charlotte's song is better.
Is it? I really don't like Good Charlotte, to be honest.
Why?
I just thought they were a load of shite. Benji, man, like the man.
This is a different topic.
They're a good band. Just
Stay on topic.
Okay, Blink-182 is better.
So everything will change depending on the multiplayer.
I just want to break into lyrics
So
there.
how players react to the world will actually change how the politics continues. So the writers will have to change because of how the players are taking it. So it's almost like the meta. It's almost like a meta thing where because of how it's going to be perceived, the writers will then change real time what will be happening in the world.
I'm not a prick.
So
This
the
is
po-
being said, but will it actually be implemented as well as they're stated?
I don't ima-
EA.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it will be. But again, the people who are the writers on this is BioWare. And when I say BioWare, I'm talking OG Mass Effect 1.
Andromeda, yeah.
No, not those guys. I'm talking about like OG Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. Like that's like real OG writers. At
What else did they
BioWare.
work on?
What?
What else did they work on?
Those guys?
Yeah, did they do the Dragon Age shit as well? Or are they different guys completely?
I can't remember. I just know that the guys who are doing Anthem are the same writers who did Mass Effect 1 and 2. I don't know the exact names.
Cool. Okay, great.
But I know they're definitely not the same ones who did 3 and Andromeda.
Alright.
They were different, roughly the same creative team, but not the same writers.
Ah.
So these are the same writers who worked on Mass Effect 1 and 2. The ones who got
Why didn't
BioWare.
they work on 3?
The ones who got BioWare there. Ooh, yeah.
Why didn't they work on 3?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Anthem.
This will probably... I don't know if it's going to go the way they say, which is a big underhaul if they're going to.
Yeah.
Because it means that they're going to have to change a lot about the game very quickly. And I don't know how easy they can adapt to this.
Yeah.
Because it seems like, what's the dropping off point for this? Because we've heard big things like this, like from Destiny.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
10 years.
10 years. The world will change. It's an open MMO and...
So we've been told this exact lie before.
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
This happens a lot.
This is the one that we...
But the idea about the world actually changing, like, not... Because usually it's that the players and how that stuff changes is, like, the player... How the player interacts with the world. Not that the players are going to influence the world. That's a completely different thing. That's something that people haven't tried as much.
Yeah, like we talked about this in the actual episode about Anthem, where I don't care about it at all because I don't think it's going to be what everyone says it's going to
Yeah.
be. I think the best thing about it was the fact that they played Uprising by Muse and one of the trailers.
That's all that mattered.
Yeah, the rest was just fairly meh. I'm not following through on any promises that they're giving. Oh. That's how you should say it. I thought you started singing Say It
Barry,
Away.
don't be tired. You're the only energy here.
You are the energy.
Keep
Come
us
on.
awake.
Come along.
What were we saying, Aaron?
Nothing, carry on, dear.
The next one I want to go on to is going to be Far Cry. Far Cry, probably going from 3.
Cool.
Because 1 was more linear, 2 got more open world because you had the different shops, and then you had like that you're able to like raid these patrols and convoys, which is really fun. I just love going to like knowing where they're going to be on the map, checking the map, and just pulling up the map just to check where they were every time because I knew they're going.
You like stalking people.
Yeah, and then I would just like put a C4 in the middle of the road, and then I would swat away from them, and they would destroy the first truck, and they would just come up rockets and stuff. One man army. And that was really fun because you would just make your own stories, and then obviously the fire was the big thing they tout. So I would like go to like where the barns and the wooden houses were, and I would just like set them ablaze and watch it slowly, like the wood rotting. It's like, yes.
Are you worried about him?
You're really getting into that.
everything.
We talked about Red Dead there and what he did during that to everyone. Like,
Yeah.
And then there's 3 and 4 with the surprise animal attacks.
3 is a fucking great game.
God, 3 is a
3 is
really, really
amazing.
good game. Nobody expected that to be a good game, and a lot of people did not.
Expect Blood Dragon either.
No, I expected Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon was amazing.
But that's it's like confusing.
Rex.
But nobody expected that. But Far Cry 3, a lot of people did not give that the time of day
Really?
at all. Because even a lot of people, because Far Cry 1 and 2 were like okay games, and then the Far Cry 3 people didn't really give it the time of day because it was more of a PC game.
I played a console.
Yeah, when it was in console, and people thought it was cool because of the like obviously the voice actor and the whole performance is like a
Voss,
big centerpiece.
yes.
The Voss and that thing,
Voss. Troy Baker?
Nacho.
Ultra Baker, I swear.
The dude who plays Nacho from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He was the voice actor for Voss in Far Cry 3.
Nacho wasn't in Breaking Bad, was he?
Was it Nacho?
Nacho wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, you're right.
No, he's in...
Okay, yeah. The dude who's going to be playing Scorpion in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That guy.
Oh, Matt Gargan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nacho.
So like that dude's performance was like at E3s and all those events. They were like these animated sequences of this guy doing these like crazy things. The story was not like did not live up to it, but that open world was so nice. It was so cool to play in, and I remember even at IGN there was like this whole thing where they didn't consider like playing the game, and then what happens at I think it was Ryan Clements, but one of the editors just had to say, okay, everybody, he just put them into a room and just forced everybody to just sit down in what they call the war room at IGN, and then he just started playing the game, and everybody was like, this is really good. because from a franchise that already had 2 games but hasn't really like developed as much, like that world that they built in Far Cry 3 was like, oh, open worlds, like this is a really cool achievement. And then having all the animals and being able to hunt and skin them, and then that being a thing you can turn into different weapons and upgrade your equipment, and the hunting missions are so fun.
Well, that level of like open world stuff, I kind of like that, but that's why I like some Ubisoft games. Like I fucking love Assassin's Creed, the majority of them all, grown up, incredible. The open world and that shit,
Yeah.
again, amazing. I didn't like Assassin's Creed 3
Yeah.
much. That being said, I still have like a big fucking statue out of Connor at home. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I still do. But
I like the home base.
yeah,
I like home base. I just like having a base that I know it upgrades every so often. I'm like,
yeah. It was well in Assassin's Creed 3 you had that whole thing with like the convoys and all be going by, do whatever you want with them. But then also with Black Flag, that was just fucking massive. Oh my god, the open world in that.
I've never played it.
Well,
it's
get out.
really cool ship warfare.
Yeah, is it mainly at sea or is there much land stuff? Or
There is land,
it's
like there is land stuff.
fair
Like it's Assassin's
balance.
Creed, but the reason like they made that game was because in Assassin's Creed 3, the one with Connor, there's a mission when you meet Blackbeard.
Yeah,
I think it's Blackbeard. Anyway, a pirate.
some pirate.
And you do like a night mission where you're given limited control of a ship to turn it left and right, and then it will drop off the ship. And so because of that, people are like, wow, it feels really good to move the ship, and they decided to make an entire game centered around that.
Yeah.
And it feels really good. Like it feels good to the point that they were building like that new game, Black Sails. No, it's a TV series. Do you know that new? What's that new title?
Cursed, I don't know.
No, there's a
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I'm thinking Black Wake, but that's a different
That's
game.
an age-old debate we have to have. Pirates of the Caribbean or
There's
Pirates of the
anybody-
Caribbean.
I say Caribbean. I don't know how. Why
I say Caribbean. I
Yeah,
always
that's
say
what I say.
Caribbean.
But it's the
Caribbean just
Caribbean.
came out there. I don't know how.
Caribbean.
When you refer to it as the Caribbean, it's like, well, Pirates of the Caribbean.
So,
What to do with that?
anybody who does know what that game is, that if you know it, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. The one where you can customize your ship. They just showed it off a bit at
Oh,
E3.
Ratchet and Clank.
Stop it.
You can customize your shit.
Quest for Booty.
Double meaning. Up your arse.
If anybody does know it, like, feel free to just send it in at talktotidbit@gmail.com. But that game has been in development so long that they took the mechanics from that and put it into Black Flag for the shipbuilding from this game, and it was so popular they put it back into this game,
Was it?
which is so the mechanics was so good that they're using it in another game inspired by that game in the first place as well.
Wait, who's making this new pirate game?
It's Ubisoft,
Okay,
I think.
Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Doesn't matter.
I think it does.
Doesn't matter.
This sounds like a new topic.
It does.
How to say what
How to
words?
say words. How to say word good. Goods?
And then OG open world, Minecraft.
Oh, Jesus. I was going to
Yes.
joke about that a minute ago, but no.
I used to love Minecraft when I was younger.
So did I, but no, I loved it before.
Actually hype got around and all, like no one knew it when I was playing it.
Oh no, when it first came out on the 360.
Oh no, this is the years
I think it
ago.
was a Summer of Arcade when it first came out.
I
loved it.
every so often when I go home, I'll play it with my nieces and nephews. We've made like dozens of worlds where all we do is
That's what you do in it.
we just build houses and we make our own stories about what we do. And usually what happens is that I'll build a mine almost straight away and just go down and farm as much diamond and shit I can. And then eventually what happens is that I have to share with them because they want to use my mine that I created, that I spent the
Tell them
time.
to make their own.
They should, but they don't. They don't. Why? Because I put the work in. They don't want to put the work
They
in.
don't care.
Would
Go
you
on.
consider the likes of Rise of the Tomb Raider to be open world then? Living world? With the weather changing and all that sort of shit. Oh, no, okay, well, never mind. Well, we know what's coming up soon, which is possibly... It could potentially be one of the greatest open world games of the year, maybe of the decade. Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man PS4.
Yes,
But I
please.
fucking loved Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Horizon was just fucking amazing. That being said, apparently I did everything apart from finish the last mission, as I discovered from my fucking.
What about the Frozen Wild?
Didn't want to spend like an extra bit of money on that. No, I think I put that money into like Resident Evil 7 at the time. No, it was because that came out at the end of the year. What am I on about? Oh, completely backwards. Anyway, no, I just didn't buy the expansion. Didn't. But everything to do with Horizon Zero Dawn, I think put 35 hours into it. That's all. 35 hours, and everything done apart from the last mission.
Oh, I thought the game would be much bigger.
No. And in fact, my housemate actually completed it in a much shorter length of time than that. Oh, well, did he? Or did he just do it all in like 3 sittings? I think he finished it in like 3 sittings, maybe a little bit more. But 3 days, maybe. Horizon was a fantastic open world. Phenomenal. Just full of life. Everything. Even though it was on mechanical and robots and shit. Full of life, I swear.
Full of artificial life.
Let's go with that. AI.
And Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
Never played any of them.
Oblivion, Skyrim. None of them?
No.
David.
Oh, man,
I
come on.
played Skyrim for like a minute at someone's house. Can't remember.
It takes about 300 hours to love that. No,
So,
it doesn't.
Oblivion-
A solid 1 minute
really
into it.
does.
Oblivion is a game that I remember getting it on the Xbox 360 when it came out. That was like a launch title. And it is still a game where I will revisit it. And I still haven't completed everything.
I can't revisit it. I
It's
find
back
it
in like
again.
2008, 6. Like, it is so long. And
How often would you revisit? And for how long?
I know.
That was jeez.
Good
Wow.
thought there.
Like every like year or so, I'll go back to it for a few hours, because I remember I used to play that a lot. I went to every single guild, did all the missions that I could. Find out there's a lot of them. I've almost finished just about all of them, but there's still a lot in that game. That's been 12 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was
So
Skyrim.
much.
Like I did so much of it. I think it was like 120 hours in on the 360 version of it.
That's a lot of time.
It is, but like that didn't feel like I was grinding or struggling or anything. It was just like I could have stopped well before that. I was just enjoying.
Yeah.
I just kept going. Same with Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is another amazing one. Fallout 3 is because I couldn't get into any other Fallout game. New Vegas was just so. Fallout 4, I got a few hours in. It's just maybe this one just isn't for me. Maybe I just not in the right mindset to go into it.
I like Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, like I've always said I'll start it back up again, but thinking about that, I'm going, will I start it back up again, or will I start up Skyrim Special Edition with all the DLC that I downloaded a couple months ago? So like, even though I've finished and destroyed the game completely, I bought it again just so I can have it there to put on whenever I like.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking game. I still don't know how the mods on the PS4 work with it though.
I have not touched mods in games.
I don't like using mods.
I'd
in
rather
games.
not, because I know that if I go into them, I'll go hard into them.
Yeah, you will. You'll start making
You
your
won't
own.
stop.
And I'll start doing like GTA superhero stuff.
Please.
And big heads.
But do you like a superhero no one is asking for? Do you like
Aquaman.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl?
Oh no, I should play the
Everybody loves-
shit out of Squirrel Girl. Never
People
mind.
love Squirrel Girl.
People love Squirrel Girl.
Can do someone stupid like
Nick Fury.
he's not stupid.
How dare you? Sam Jackson's a god. Unless we're talking about white Nick Fury. So there's many different.
There's many.
Yeah.
Nick Fury it is.
Nick Fury is. We're going with that one, yeah.
And there's no way you can mention this without saying Witcher 3.
Yeah.
By the way, girls,
We're going about to date this podcast.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
We already dated at the beginning.
Did we?
Yeah.
Today's date is
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Henry Cavill. Had a little song on the bus
The
there.
whole
did
thing
we?
about him being girls, like, which is just announced. But Witcher 3 is a cool open world. I imagine you haven't played that much.
Witcher 3, no, as I said like last week, only bits and pieces here and there.
I haven't played any.
David, why are you?
Explain it to me.
Why are you here?
It is a very large place.
Okay.
It's one of the things actually about the game, just to like criticize the open world a little bit, which I will say big merits to the size of that and the lore attached to it. It is incredible. It is like incredible to the point that they have to attach things they don't have to people who aren't used to games like this. Where, like, for example, you'll actually be in a lot of the side missions, the people will tell you where the things are almost exactly. They'll say, like some of the people, like the side missions, they were started off by saying, "Oh, go down the road and take a right and the Y. On the Y of the road, and when you go farther into the forest, you'll see the red brick building, like the collapsed one. Then go past that, and just around the field there, you'll find in the clearing, and that's where you'll find like monsters and stuff, because people give you directions, and really good directions as well, like really realistic directions that you can use, and then a markers on your map. Because they don't want people, because there's so many extra stuff you can do in that game, that it's probably not accessible to people who aren't used to The Witcher 3, which probably if they did it would not be as popular as it was. If they did that, they don't need to, but it's also because players are spoiled, because when you play like something like a Ubisoft game, and it's a collectathon, and you just have a mini-map full of shit, it's just like, oh look, there's a feather!
And I love that, excuse me, those feathers made amazing capes.
You got a shitty hammer at the end of that. Oh god.
Really? Which one?
You got a shitty hammer at the end of the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2. It was not worth it.
Was it?
No, you got a cape.
Yeah, you get the cape.
You get a cape.
Yeah, which makes you like completely incognito the whole time.
Which is better than a shitty hammer.
After hours.
Yeah. Of exploration and amazing other shit.
That makes it sound better than it was.
No, it was fucking amazing when it came out. When about?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 was great.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't twist
No,
it.
is it not? I think he's twisting my words.
I think so.
Yeah, my
No,
words are being twisted.
All the words have been twisted.
That feather hunting is fucking
Amazing.
boring.
Aww.
Yes.
Would you not have like done other stuff while looking for the feathers?
No.
What do you
went
mean?
I'll tell you right now.
feathers.
The feather
gotta
hunting.
look for the feathers.
feather hunting is possibly one of the hardest memories I have in gaming.
Weren't you just defending it?
Yes,
were.
but in a positive way, whereby it was one of the first things where I ever sat down and went, I have to get every single one of these.
You felt accomplished.
And
after
we
that.
had,
Yeah,
I had no fucking internet at this time, okay, so it was like
Yeah.
still bug out Wi-Fi, using using guides and all to try and find all these feathers.
Even with a guide, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I fucking did it. Oh, it was a great day. Man, I had such a good time.
I can tell.
I had no one to talk to about it afterwards either. I had no friends. So yeah.
Mommy, look what I did. I got the feathers.
I wasn't even in my man's house. It was really sad.
And there's also MGS 5. Metal Gear Solid 5 systemic gameplay is really good.
Is it? That wasn't me sarcastic. I'm sorry.
I'll take your word for it.
Right, so when I say this is the one I wanted to end on.
Okay.
So when I say like systemic gameplay, like the systems in the game change depending on the actions of the player, which a lot of games do. Not a lot of them do it as well as this. A lot of the times, like this is like to the point where if you go, because they say, oh, you can go into it and do whatever you want, you know, like Does X style, where you can do several different ways of going into the same mission, where there's going to be, oh, you can talk to people and use dialogue trees to kind of convince them not to do it, or to find different avenues to like get to your objective, or to find the information, or you can go stealth into the house and do it, or you can straight up just go to security guard and, you know, kill him, or, you know, do pacifist and maybe like just knock him out, or you can actually just kill him and then run in. In MGS5, it is that, but after you do a certain thing, the world adapts to it. So let's say, for example, you go into a place and you use your silencer darts, and all you're doing is headshotting people. So you're just like, shoot, put to sleep, shoot, put to sleep on the
They
thing.
wear helmets or some shit.
Yep.
Oh, that's really fucking
So
good.
literally,
Never
like,
mind.
when you do it enough times,
Yeah.
the world communicates with itself and says, so the percentage of headshots is much higher than any other shots. So clearly this person is taking their shots and not alerting people. So when they check the bodies afterwards, the AI will realize that's what's happening, is that you're shooting them in the head. So when you go
helmets.
into places, they all start wearing helmets.
That's
and then
pretty
it's
cool.
just like, oh, okay, so
You break their neck.
so now it's just like, oh, okay, so what will I do now? And then you'll start getting into firefights, and they'll realize that, oh, during firefights, like the people with the shields, what some people were doing is that they would shoot them in the feet. Oh, so now they're going to wear reinforced
Oh
boots.
my god. Alright.
Like things will change in this game because of how the player reacts to it, and there will be more patrols. Like, oh, I love that game. I love how the world
Is there a
changes.
certain point that you're just fucked? You can't do anything.
I don't think it gets
They
to
have
that.
their boots on. They got
walking
No,
around,
it's
yeah.
just like the point of that game is that that will not destroy like tactics, but it's like, let's say for example you did like hours of just headshot all the time. Then imagine suddenly, oh, they're wearing helmets. You can't just headshot them. You have to try a different tactic.
That heads up.
Has that.
Because
Shit, I
the
fucked up
point
my
of this
words, never
game,
mind.
because the point of this game, like Does X, but it goes farther than that. Where that in Does X, you're able to go through like the same kind of tactics for every mission, continuing. But if you do the same tactics as Metal Gear Solid, the world will just go.
Nah.
Now you'll have
fam.
to, you'll have to
fuck you.
slightly switch it up now, which I think it's just a really cool use of it. Where that it'll change depending on you, but it won't absolutely just screw up in that you're not able to do anything. It just means that you'll have to try slightly different tactics. So because that allows you to try so many different, it gets you to play the game in different ways.
Yeah.
Which, if you have a large world like that, it should get you to play the game in different ways because it'll allow you to try so many new things. Does X falls in that slightly, but also I do like that they're not putting you to one way. But also it's not realistic to think that nobody would realize what you're doing and that you're just an all-powerful stealth assassin if you constantly do that, even though you do it the same way and just take advantage of the AI. You can't do that as much in Metal Gear Solid 5 because they'll see you doing that and just be like, hey, look,
Hey, maybe don't do that.
picking off people, and then you see that people are now in duos and teams, like just stuff like that. If you're like stealthing it, it's cool. I think
Sounds cool.
I think it's a good way to leave this.
Yeah.
It is.
Actually, is.
You can find us on all social media platforms at Tidbitcast at Facebook and Instagram, which are the only ones. Never mind. You can also see us on YouTube and most podcast platforms and audio
Most of them.
platforms. Most of them, including Spotify, and also, of course,
Bebo.
YouTube. If you'd like to support us, it's the easiest
Bebo.
way.
Bebo.
The easiest way is
We're
by
on
getting,
MySpace.
getting us on YouTube.
Soon.
And if you have any interruptions, observations, or comments,
MySpace, I think it would be a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah.
or send your topics into talktotidbit@gmail.com. That is talktotidbit@gmail.com. I was Gary, this was
Aaron.
and this was.
David.
Thank you for listening. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Yurt.
Yurt.